us today. I think we'll sit tight for another minute or so and just let people trickle in here for a bit. But we're really excited to talk about our partnership with Rhombus and just what we've both been up to lately. So we'll give it about a half minute here, maybe a minute, and then let get things kicked off. If you're just joining us, guys, we're going to give it about another 30, maybe 60 seconds, and then jump into everything. Let some last minute people filter in. Okay. You guys think we're ready? Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everybody, we really appreciate you joining us today. Really excited to talk about really just all things system surveyor and Rhombus and just touch on a few things that we've both been up to lately. So my name's Trad. I focus on business development and sales at System Surveyor. Been here for about 3 years, and I'm joined today by Paul and Jeremy. I'll let them introduce themselves, starting with Jeremy.
Yeah. My name is Jeremy Gelly. I'm the director of ecosystem here at Rhombus, and I work with a lot of our integration and tech partners to make us successful together. And happy to be here.
My name is Paul Ulysses. I'm the Director of Sales Engineering at Rhombus. I've been here for about 4 years and work closely with customers and partners.
Perfect. So today, guys, we're just going to talk a little bit about what Rhombus and System Server also have been up to lately. We're really excited to give you some updates. Of course, with the partnership, we'll talk about collaborative design and just some best practices and ways to do that. Then at the end, we'll of course leave you with ways to make sure you have Rhombus devices in System Surveyor. And if you have questions just throughout the whole webinar, please throw them in the Q&A window. I think Jeremy, Paul, and I will tackle those together once we get to the end of the deck. But we'll start off with System Surveyor, then let the Rhombus guys take it. So if you haven't seen System Surveyor before, we're really just a super easy to use site walk and system design platform. We want to let you go in the field, get the data you need, and collaborate with everybody that's going to be involved in the project. That leads me to our next slide, guys. Really, our goal is just to bridge the gap, I think, in physical security when it comes to manufacturers like Rhombus, end users, and everything in between, system integrators, subcontractors. We want to be a central place for everyone to have a system of record and collaborate. So that's a lot of what we will talk about today. If you're going to be using System Surveyor with Rhombus devices, these are some of the benefits that you should see. So you should immediately cut your design time in half. If you're going to do that too, just because you're getting all the information you need on site, then you're going to free up about half that time you'll get back to do other designs, other proposals. You should see an increase in pipeline at that point, guys. The other part of that too is if you are beating your competition, you're getting your bids out faster than they are, you look more professional while you're doing it, and your bids are more accurate, should see at least a 20% improvement in sales win rate. So if you're thinking about testing either of us out, those are some of the metrics you should really keep in mind. Lastly, with System Surveyor, then we'll hand it over to the Rhombus team. We're really excited to announce Camera Advisor. That's a product that we've been working on and we're can't wait for people to get their hands on. It's the industry's only two-way recommendation tool. I'll show you what this looks like here in a bit, but really you can go through and based on criteria for degrees, angles, and distance, decide which device you're looking for, or do it the opposite way. Start with the device and then understand what kind of pixels per foot or pixels on target you're going to get. And we'll show you that here in a bit. But now I'll hand it over to Jeremy and Paul.
Thanks, Trad. Thanks everybody for joining today. I just wanted to spend a couple minutes to talk about what is Rhombus and how we work with System Surveyor. So what is Rhombus? Rhombus is a cloud-based physical security platform that basically transforms your environment into a physical security powerhouse. We sell security cameras, smart cameras, access control, IoT devices, as well as alarm monitoring, all of which are viewable in our web app and mobile app. So how does it work? So our devices are connected via PoE, connected to a network switch. Each device has an onboard storage with an encrypted SD card. Um, and so once you get everything online, they're all viewable, connected to the cloud, viewable in our web application. We call it the console, as well as our mobile app. And so you can set up alerts, add users, and view everything there. So what makes Rhombus different? I want to give a shout out to Jeremy real quick. He once said that it's not what is, it's what's possible, right? And so really, we have, and we're growing, we have almost 900 API endpoints. So really it's our API, but it's how we work with our API, right? So we have all of 40 plus integrations, all of which kind of encompassing access control, workflow analytics, industry applications, guest management platforms, collaboration tools, basically to create this single pane of glass and connect everything that you use daily into one platform. And so before I pass it over to Trad and Jeremy to give us a demo, I just wanted to give a shout out of our new features today that we're going to be demoing, which are custom events, which leverage AI for naturally language prompts, where you can ask it and get those alerts in a neat fashion. And then we have a simple way to investigate now. So we can arrange cameras and track individuals or objects throughout your environment. Cool.
Thanks, Paul. So I think from a live demo perspective, guys, we'll first look at the System Surveyor platform. Since your standard workflow would be getting the sidewalk information you need in System Surveyor, passing it over to the Rhombus team to collaborate and get your bid out. We are going to focus on the desktop here right now. And keep in mind, you can use the mobile tablet in the field. I really would encourage you to do that, but we want to highlight some features here. So all you're doing to get to this point is uploading a PDF, JPEG, PNG, or Google Maps integration to get a floor plan in place, then pick from all the system types on the left. Of course, today we'll focus on fixed cameras. So if you drop that device there, just really quickly adjust the coverage. Again, if you're on the tablet, take a photo out on site. That is a huge benefit to not be scrolling through 100 pictures on your camera roll, but to have it assigned to the device via tablet. In today's example, though, where the benefit and partnership with Rhombus really comes into play is the element profile. So you can pick a specific device that you know is going to get the job done here. So if I want to take this R230, you'll notice the coverage adjusts. Paul and his team have done a great job making all these product specs accurate. And the biggest thing is going to be that you get your area of coverages accurately done. You also get your make and model number. So when we automate your bill of materials here in a moment, that's going to be done for you. But to touch on Camera Advisor really quickly, guys, in this workflow, we've already selected the Rhombus device we know we want. You'll notice the system knows the area of coverage angle, the target distance based on the scale, and the resolution that the camera you've picked is going to provide. Because of that, you can accurately tell your customer they're going to be getting 45.54 pixels per foot or pixels on target with this device. You'll notice if I adjust that, maybe this user just wants people's face as they turn the corner. Of course, smaller area of coverage, much higher pixels on target. So again, this is new for us. We're really excited to get this in people's hands. Go test it out. Please play with it. And if you want to do the opposite workflow too, you could. If you just dragged a generic device out there and went in here and said, all right, which Rhombus devices are compatible? You've got a list that are going to work. So really excited to get this in people's hands. I think the last thing I'll leave you with is the reporting capabilities. We talked about bill of materials here. I've pre-pulled some of those. These are just two of the most popular reports we'll let you access. You'll get your Rhombus bill of materials with a model number, manufacturer obviously listed, and then a layout report. You have your key with a legend. You can even put your own branding on here. This is a great thing to provide to your customer in a scope or proposal. But with that, I think I'll go ahead and turn it over to Jeremy. I think he's got something for us.
Awesome. Thanks, Trad. I just want to hit on that again. So we've been working with System Surveyor a long time. And that bill of materials is awesome. It actually carries over licenses. It carries over everything. So really, it's a cool way to kind of share with your customers. So really excited to see the new features. With that being said, I just want to show you a couple new things that Rhombus has going. As you guys know, we're always improving. We're always coming out with new features. That's kind of the nice thing about a cloud connected product is that you're able to just jump on one day and you'll see brand new things that you didn't see before. And where I want to hit this off is investigations. We're trying to simplify that process to say, okay, someone or something happened in my environment. How do I find that incident? And so if you've seen Rhombus before, we've always had this list view. And we've always had this fixed grid view, but we're always improving this. So now what you're able to do is you go into a live camera and it's sub-second latency as it always is with that simple tech and easy to connect. But now you're able to go down to this camera in the bottom left, which is really unique. And I think it's kind of a cool feature. And it's able to pull up all the nearby cameras. So what you're able to see is on the left-hand side, you can do floor one, floor two, depending on where the camera is located, whether it's indoor or outdoor. But now you'll see these arrows, right? So you can kind of see the closest cameras, and you're able to quickly click on that camera and then pull it up and then see that camera live. But what's even quicker and what I think is more important is this right here. Add the 3, 5, and 8 closest cameras. So all I have to do is click, and now I'm investigating live all the closest cameras, and it knows the actual proximity. If I have a view that I like better and I want to drag and drop these, it's very easy to do. If I want to go to even another camera, again, I can see what's close by. So you can imagine a world where someone's walking through your environment and you just need to track them through space by space. And it's always been somewhat difficult to do. You know where your cameras are placed, but it's kind of this, we've always had this up here where you can just kind of go next and next. But now, again, you're able to really get deep and look at all those cameras live and then pull them out. So it goes all the way up to 8 cameras here. It's a very quick mode, a very easy to utilize mode, and even your scrubbing, everything works with this. So you can see I can scrub back and see this entire environment with 8 cameras very quickly. The other cool part is that the clips now save with that same layout, right? So however I investigated that incident, now that I save a clip, whether it's to the cloud or I share it out or I download it, all these options with Rhombus, right? I have that same layout. I don't have to worry about how that looks. So just a really, again, it seems like a simple thing, but this took a lot of work to actually implement and be able to simplify investigations. So we think it's a really cool feature. It's going to make a lot of workflows a lot easier. So the other one, and I think this is the one I am most excited about. We live in a world now of AI and all these different, there's these expectations of I should be able to do this. I can find this individual. It's not about what AI can do. It's kind of how you implement it, right? It's how you put it in and utilize the actual value of AI. And so what we thought is, with our business cases that we're solving for, with all of our different range of customers and different verticals, we've got a lot of things, that we get asked all the time. We obviously do human detection, face, vehicle, license plate, the list goes on. But we just don't know what we don't know. And so we have a lot of self-storage customers that say, well, I want to know when the garage doors are open. I want to know if somebody left their unmanned storage open and I want to be notified to that. Or maybe you want to know something about, your parking lot. You want to know if there's any spaces available or not available. And this is where AI comes in. And can really supplement that stuff. And so what we've done is we've created what we're calling custom events. So you can go in and you can create a custom event that really is a natural language prompt. You type in what you're looking for, and then you indicate the camera. So I'll give you an example here. We've got EV chargers at our headquarters here in Sacramento. So when I go in, I'm putting in, this is the name of the event. I'm going to call it EV charger utilization. Now, this is where it gets interesting. The prompt really matters on this stuff. What you type and what you prompt will completely change the game from what you get back. And so the way we approach this is how do we answer this prompt, right? We can answer it in a percentage, we can answer it in a number, or we can answer it in a true false. So then we go through and we prompt the frequency. And so there's a lot, I'm kind of going to pull this all together here, but we're saying, how often do you want to check? Do I want to check my parking lot we can go down to 1 minute, or do I want to check every hour? And bear in mind with AI, there's a cost to all this stuff, right? And so it really matters how much you want to utilize that LLM and how much you want to put into this. But with that being said, you can go through and it will give you in 2 different options here. You've got insights available on a reporting, or you've got event generation, or both. And so what this is saying is generate an event when the response is greater than 80%. So in this prompt, I'm saying there are 4 EV spots shown. Tell me the percent or percentage wise how many EV spots are available. So what I can do, like I say, the prompt matters, and what you do is going to really change it. And so you choose the cameras you want to indicate this on. In this case, you can see it's actually the parking lot camera that I'm going to indicate this on. I also get to be really custom. I get to pick the area of this, right? So I just pick these 4 cars here. This is my area in the lot. And so now that I have that, I have this test prompt button. So I can go through and see what my result would be in this instance. And this is where I'm able to really test it out. And again, I joke and I laugh about it, but there really is something to prompt engineering. If you have different prompts and you'll get different results for different things that you request. And so, we spent a lot of time kind of figuring out how this, prompt might come back and what it might look like. And again, you can now choose the frame and when you want to do that prompt and kind of finesse this. But once you've got it locked in, you choose a schedule. Okay, how often? Maybe I do want to check it every hour, but I don't care at nighttime, right? My parking lot's available. Maybe that's the case. So I add a schedule to that if I want. Well, now I've generated this custom event. I've really packaged up this thing that is now available to give me information when it's valuable. So now I will be alerted when all those spaces are taken. Now you can imagine a world where, and we've done all sorts of things. Maybe a fire is arising, or maybe you've got is lunch here. This is a fun one that we do. We've got an area where lunch is always delivered, and so we can check is lunch here. But while some of this is fun, you can really start to understand the business cases and all the different types of prompts that you could really put in here. And these are just some examples. We're really learning as we go with this one because AI is a world where, we just don't know what we don't know. But where this gets very cool and where I think we took a very unique approach is in our reporting. So now that I've decided, okay, I do want to report on those EV charging spots. I want to know some business intelligence. I want to know how often they're utilized. I now have a report that says EV charge utilization, and I can pop up and see how often, and you'll be able to tell right there at 1 p.m. it's pretty much about 75%. And at 1:11 a.m., it's 100%. And so now I've got this great reporting where I can go through and I can say, okay, how often is this utilized? Do I need to get more EV chargers? Do I need to figure out a solution? Things like that. So, there's all sorts of reports you can report on and all sorts of different things. We've got one, is there an animal in the office? We can see how often there are animals in our office. But, and again, this is really for testing purposes, just to understand what we can get. But you can really start to kind of imagine the business case, right? With like an unmanned storage or with things that, your specific business operation needs or utilizes. If you can describe it, if you can talk about it, you can probably report on it. And so this is something that is brand new to us. It's still in beta. It's so new. But we're really excited to see it get out and kind of see what our customers do with it. So we want to show it to you today. And with that, I will stop sharing. Trad, I'll pass it back to you.
Yeah, thanks, Jeremy. That's fantastic. That's really neat to see. So I think everybody, as we wrap up here, will just leave you with basically 2 ways to get Rhombus devices in the system surveyor so you can get the job planned and do all the great stuff that Jeremy was talking about. And one way is through the system surveyor partner page. Right here, you can see you can go and sign up for free, test out the system, make sure it's fit before you take on a paid version. And if you do, get 10% off any of the paid subscriptions there. And we'll walk you through step by step how to really quickly get the Rhombus devices into your platform. I think, Jeremy, I'll let you take care of the partner portal page.
Yeah, definitely. So again, if you're a Rhombus partner, or even if you're not, I would highly recommend going to partners.rhombussystems.com. That page is always updating with new information. We've got a news feed in there. We've got all of our events that we're visiting and all of our rewards and spiffs and things like that. And so I would really encourage you to stay in touch with the partner portal because that's where you're going to find all that important info and all these beta announcements and things like that. And so it's your one-stop shop, Rhombus. Yeah.
Perfect. So I think, everybody, that's really what we have for you. We appreciate you sitting through everything. If you have questions, please reach out to any of us after this. If it's System Surveyor specific, it's just sales@systemsurveyor.com. Now, Jeremy, if you guys have an email you want to drop,
Yep.
but
It's going to
besides
be,
that,
yep, partners
go
at
ahead.
rhombussystems.com.
Perfect. Besides that team, we'll go ahead and open it up for Q&A if you want to throw those in that Q&A bubble down there or the chat. Let's see. We did get one. What system surveyor plan includes camera advising? It's a great question. So it's not plan specific right now. You're able to, on any of them, go ahead and access that. It is on the desktop currently. So if you want to test it out, just log in through any web application and test it out that way.
Awesome. And we've got one on our site here. How do we get access to the new custom events? So it's a good question. So custom events, like I say, is brand new. I would encourage you to reach out to your channel account manager, reach out to your sales rep. It is still in beta and it is accessible though. So if you're interested in that, get a hold of one of the folks that you work with here at Rhombus, or you can send an email to partners@rhombus.com and we can get that lined up.
Then, Mindy, I think you surfaced another one. We couldn't see camera catalog, how to view it.
Yeah, I think
Can
this
we?
is coming for the element profiles, maybe. It's from an
Okay.
anonymous attendee, so if you have any other
Yeah.
details.
Yeah, if you have any other details, feel free to ping that. And I'm on top of that inbox, just sales@systemsurveyor.com. I think I need to understand the question a little more. If it is anything related to element profiles, as I might be interpreting it, we have a fantastic article on that on our help center that walks you through 3 easy steps how to download the Rhombus devices, pull them in through your account settings.
I think.
Think, yeah, there's one more real quick on yeah, any more trainings. Okay, so in a similar vein, guys, we do have our system surveyor certification program. If you want any kind of self-paced training like you've done for other companies, we do have our certification program live on our website now. I'd really encourage you to check that out.
Awesome. Yeah, and it looks
Perfect.
like, oh no, we answered that. No, I think we're in good shape.
Okay. Well, everyone, again, thank you so much for your time, for sitting through everything. Jeremy and Paul, we've loved partnering with you guys. Appreciate all the efforts and collaboration so far.
We
It's
appreciate it as
been
well.
fantastic. Awesome. Well, thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of your day.
Take care.
Thank you.